sometimes you can only see a small sliver, while other times you can see a full moon. However, the shape of the moon has not changed. It is always the same round shape. But have you ever wondered why it looks different from night to night? What you are seeing when you look up at the night sky is actually the sun reflecting off the moon's surface. The light part on the moon, or the part you can see, is the part that the sun is shining on. Without the sun, you could not see the moon at all. Most nights, when you look up at the moon, you can only see part of it. This is called a moon phase. There are different phases of the moon. First phase is called a new moon. A new moon occurs when the moon is between the sun and the earth. The far side of the moon is in full sunlight, but the side facing you is dark. It is not visible because the sun is not shining on the side that faces you. The next moon phase is called a waxing crescent moon. When the moon appears to get larger in the sky, it is called waxing. A crescent moon happens when a thin sliver of the moon is visible. It kind of looks like a banana. A crescent moon rises in the daytime and sets before midnight. Next comes the first quarter moon. This phase is often called half moon. During a half moon, we can see half of the moon while the other half is in darkness. The next phase is called a waxing gibbous, which is less than a full moon, but more than half of it is still visible. The waxing gibbous is followed by a full moon. This happens when the earth, the moon, and the sun all form a line. During this phase, the moon is more lit up than any other phase. We can see a full moon best of all. It lights up the night sky, making things more visible at night on Earth. A waning gibbous comes next. When the moon appears to be getting smaller in the sky, it is called waning. This moon glows red when it's near the horizon. A third quarter moon is just like a first quarter moon. It is called a third quarter moon because the moon has reached the last or third quarter of its orbit around the Earth. A waning crescent moon comes next, followed by another new moon. And then the phases begin all over again. In ancient times, people used the moon and its phases to help them travel at night and keep track of time. The next time you look up at the night sky, notice how the sky lights up when there is a full moon. Look for the moon to appear during the daytime hours too, and see if there are times it disappears completely. Maybe one day you'll even be the next person who was lucky enough to walk or bounce on the moon.